LeBron James has spoken out against Robert Sarver. For those of you who don't know, Robert Sarver is the owner of the Suns. He's gotten in trouble for racist statements he's made towards employees, which is using the N word allegedly 5 times. There's evidence that he's used it, and he's also been responsible for just doing some sexist things to his female employees in the Suns organization. So there's a lot about him. If you Google him, you can read all that stuff in your spare time and find out every bad thing he's done. I read through it, so just all you have to know is he definitely did use racism against employees, and he treated some women really badly. But yeah, if you want to know the full detail, go, like I said, go research it. But anyways, I'm just gonna read what LeBron had to say about Sarver. So this is what he said. Read through the Sarver stories a few times now. I gotta be honest, our league definitely got this wrong. I don't need to explain why. Y'all read the stories and decide for yourself. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. There is no place in this league for that kind of behavior. I love this league, and I deeply respect our leadership, but this isn't right. There is no place for misogyny, sexism, and racism in any workplace. Don't matter if you own the team or play for the team, we hold our league up as an example of our values, and this ain't it. So LeBron spoke out against Sarver, so he spoke out against him. And am I shocked that LeBron's disappointed in this? No, not at all. I think the players honestly probably expected him to be banned from the league like Sterling, since Adam Silver set the precedent several years back when Sterling got caught for saying racist stuff on an audio tape by just taking away the Clippers from him and selling it to a new owner. To me, it's interesting that Silver didn't do the same thing in this situation. And I have to be honest, which was back when Silver, I always mix those two up. Back when Silver took away the Clippers from Sterling, I didn't expect that to happen at the time. I really didn't. I thought the league was stuck with Sterling, and there was no way they were going to be able to get rid of him. But they found a way to finesse him. From what I remember hearing, his wife played a huge role in getting him to sell the team. That's how they were able to do it. But if it was in any other scenario besides his wife getting him to sell the team, they could have been screwed, to be honest. So that they were lucky in that situation back then. And I was surprised because for me, I have read so many things about rich people over the years. I've read a lot of political articles. I am a political junkie to some degree. So I read tons of stories where the rich have gotten away with a lot of shit. Just I feel when you're just ultra rich, especially in America, you can get away with 99.9% of crimes. You can do whatever you want, and even if you get in trouble, you can always pay your way out of it. And I expected that to apply to Sterling. I never thought Silver would be able to just get rid of him like the way he did. So that was shocking to me at the time. I feel the situation with Sarver is just like kind of like back to business the way it's always been. Rich people do awful things and they get away with it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Who knows what Sarver had in his bag, what he could have used against Silver if Silver tried to get rid of him. We just don't know. Maybe he had something on Silver, or maybe he could have had a good legal case against Silver from banning him if he got a team of lawyers. And I have a feeling Sarver would have fought this till the end. Just he's a rotten person, so there's no doubt in my mind that it would not have been easy to remove him from the Phoenix Suns. But I think Silver does end up losing credibility among the players in the league for sure, because I think the players actually respected him. They thought he stood up for their rights, mainly black players, that he had their back after what he had done to Sterling. And now I think his reputation is taking a huge hit. Just these players won't look at him the same way again. Granted, it probably won't affect Silver when it comes to his job and his job security, sure, but it definitely is going to hurt him. I don't think players are going to look at him the same way that like they did before. So you have that impact about it. And also you got to think about the Suns players, just how they're feeling right now about their owner being a racist. Just I've also seen Chris Paul speak out against this, that he thought the punishment wasn't wasn't harsh enough. So Chris Paul did speak out against him today. So unfortunately, I had to give him some respect for that, having the guts to speak out against him when he sucked up to him before in the past. So just I'll give him that. For that one moment, Chris showed he had some character, but I'm sure the Suns players hate playing for this guy and they despise him. And when he comes back after a year, he could tell them like, "Hey, I had some training on how to be a better person," but no one buys that crap. That's just some bullshit slap on the wrist, kind of like when you get a speeding ticket. You can sometimes get out of it by going through driving school for a few days. Just that's the way I look at this punishment. But it it is what it is. I'll say that this will definitely affect the Suns in the future as long as he's their owner. I don't think players would want to stay and play for this organization. I just don't see that happening. I see them leaving the Suns as soon as they can once they become an unrestricted free agent and they don't have to deal with that. So I think it'll be hard to build a winning team long term in the future. Just no one wants to play for a douchebag like Sarver, just unless there's no other options. Then you play for this guy. But if you have options, you definitely don't stick around with him. So that's what I think about the situation. It'll be interesting if more players speak out against him and if players protest against him. This could snowball. There is a chance this could snowball out of control. It really depends on the players' reactions, how outraged they are, and what they'll say against him or what type of protest they'll take against him. But it could definitely make national sports headlines, just the way they react to this. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. And that's all I had to say about this situation.